My guest today for our Think Like a Designer series is Molly Carter, and our focus is on sustainability in design. She's the founder of Molly Aaron Designs, a full service interior design firm, and the owner of Brass and Oak, a furniture and accessory shop in Northern California that specializes in sourcing environmentally friendly products. In this episode, we talk about some of her favorite green brands and we walk through a couple of her design projects, talking about why and how things work. Here's Molly. Molly Carter, welcome to the Slow Style Home podcast. We're going to talk about your design business as well as your shop today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Let's start with sustainability. I kind of want to put that front and center because it's clearly important to you in your work as a designer, but also in the products that you're selling. So I know that you're a LEED certified designer, and not everybody knows what that is. Tell us, what does LEED stand for, and what does that mean?
Yeah, so LEED AP is the Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design accredited professional. It's a vigorous test that I took many years ago. It gave me so much insight in the whole building process of how to implement green building standards.
And there are buildings, commercial buildings all over the country that are LEED certified, which means the whole
Mhm.
building has gone through a process and met certain standards. And
Yeah.
okay, so like I said, sustainability issues are clearly important to you. What do you think is the biggest friction for people when it comes to buying sustainably made accessories and furniture? What are you hearing that is sort of a bit of a roadblock that you then have to kind of help them over?
I think initially it's like in their mindset, the price. With the right client, that does care about that stuff, they'll understand, yeah, I'm paying more up front, but when we talk about the benefits of going in that direction, that's what they care about. And so it tends to help. But the public, which I deal with now with having a shop,
Yes.
that is something that's been challenging for sure.
Right. So it's often a bigger price ticket because the manufacturing processes are really they're better for the planet. They're usually hopefully better for the people who are making these things.
Yeah,
So you're really buying with your values.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think another point of friction is that people go, I don't know where to find this stuff. It's overwhelming trying to look up company profiles and, how do I know that they're doing the right thing? So as a shop owner, how do you do that? How do you procure things that you feel really good about?
Takes a lot of research, honestly. There's so many vendors out there that sell product, and you have to be able to visually see the difference in the quality. That's
Hmm.
one. And then you have to do your research about the company.
Yeah.
So it's taken years. I've been doing this now for 19 years, full time professionally. And the shop has been, we're going on our seventh year.
Oh, great.
So I really put a lot of passion into being conscious about everything that goes in here, but also conscious about the price so that it's still
Right.
attainable to everybody.
Attainable.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tell us the story behind a couple of things in your shop.
Okay. So my passion is textiles.
You and me both.
Oh man, I go and source vintage rugs. That's probably my favorite thing that we sell in the shop are
Okay.
these 100-year-old plus vintage Turkish, Persian, and Moroccan rugs
Oh,
because they are amazing. They're made from 100% wool, which is a natural material. So right then and there, check the box. That is amazing. But the quality is nothing like all of this manufactured stuff that we have in the USA. It is so tightly woven. The
mm,
designs are one of a kind. The colors are one of a kind. They're handmade. There's just
yeah.
nothing like it.
Yeah.
So, and you can use them everywhere. I hand pick specific rugs of all different styles. So runners, little baby ones you can start out with, up to big ones for your whole living room. But anytime that one of these old rugs gets like a damage in a corner, we repurpose those and have them made into pillow covers. We
Ah,
have them upholstered into ottomans and poofs.
oh,
There's so many things that you can do with them, and the texture alone, it just makes a space. Like I use them in
it
every
does.
single project.
Yeah, and I think that rugs are sort of really overlooked. And when people are putting a room together, for whatever reason, I feel like it's often the last thing that people choose, and then it's sort of like just on a whim, like, oh, let's just find some colors that go with what I already have. And the rug could actually be the star of the room.
I kind of start with a rug. Like
Okay.
if I am getting a feeling from a client of the vibe and the colors and they want for a situation, I typically go and like look at my inventory of
Mhm.
anything vintage and see if anything pops out to me.
Okay.
And most of the time it'll kickstart my inspiration.
Yeah, okay. All right. Now what's something else? Some of your linens are beautiful. I don't know, your candles, you've got a lot. Furniture, what else do you want to share with us?
Oh gosh, well, so much. My candles, now that you say that, that is very personal because I do a lot of effort to try and keep local artisan stuff in our store.
Great.
So we have a signature scent of an all essential oil candle that we actually got to make with a
Oh,
local company who's literally right across the street from us. So
oh,
local to Main Street, Placerville. Her product is exquisite. Like she just, everything about it, the look of it, the quality of it, the smell of it. She makes all kinds of different home body stuff. But we got to come up with this scent together, and it is fantastic. It's the only candle I carry. We've now made it into essential oils for anyone who
oh.
likes to diffuse, and then a liquid hand soap. So that's special because you're like helping out two local businesses with a purchase.
Exactly. And that is such a slow style value, it really trying to understand where things are made and if they're made locally to you. And the fact that it's a signature scent, I mean, this is what I love. Somebody comes into your shop, they get to know you. Maybe they're a client, maybe they aren't, but they have a bond with you. You walk them through the store, you talk about these stories, and then one thing they might walk away with is a signature scent that's of that conversation that you just had. So it's wonderful.
A lot of our business is with upholstery. So we have a custom furniture line that is made in the USA, which is just wonderful to start, but Row Fine Furniture.
Spell it
It's
for us.
ROWE. And it's taken me a long time to find a company who values their manufacturing process being sustainable, the products they use, whether it's the frames, the cushions, the recycled metal for the hardware, finding sustainable fabrics. Like they do have a very good green story.
Okay.
So that is really important to me. And it's a beautiful line. They have a ton of different styles and a great price point. So that's something I'm really excited to have in the shop for sure.
Definitely. So now I would like to move on to some of your designs. I have my ideas about what I love about them and why I think they work, but I also, of course, want to hear yours. This first one caught my eye because I thought you did so much with a small amount of space in terms of how you laid out the furniture. But then what really became so lovely, the texture and the pattern. It's a very restrained color palette. So the texture, the pattern, and the materials, I think, really played a big part in it. You walk into the room. Now, I guess I have to clarify, is this a primary bedroom or is this like a studio space?
This is a primary bedroom. This
Okay.
was the basement that we turned into a master
Oh.
suite.
Ah, okay. All right. We have the living space. So you walk in and fantastic wallpaper, and you can immediately see what I meant about a restrained color palette. But look at the different materials. You've got leather, you've got tile, you've got the wallpaper, you've got wood, paint. You keep going and you really see the fireplace that's in here. You turn toward the first window and now you get a glimpse of the bed and then you
Yep.
keep going and you really see, wow, the bed makes such a statement because it's up against some shiplap, maybe it's tongue and groove, but then you've got the texture of the lamps and the textures of all the bedding, and you've got the rattan window shade that's coming down, and it's all in blacks, grays, and creams. You keep
Uh-huh.
looking over, and then oh, we see a peek into the bathroom, which we go from this wallpaper that's this light and airy. It's a creamish background with very kind of thin, what look like hand-drawn lines in
Yep.
black. It's very modern. And then you go into the bathroom, and now the walls are very dark, textured. It's a gorgeous color. You can tell us in a minute what it all is. And then this is the final picture I have showing the rest of the bathroom into the shower. So let me go back to the beginning
Okay.
and tell us a little bit about this project.
So this project is in a tucked in wine country up here. So
Ah,
way out in the country.
okay.
Like it's a 45-minute drive from our little downtown Main Street, Placerville, up in the foothills. We're sitting on
Hmm.
a hilltop with views all the way to Sacramento, the other direction to Lake Tahoe. So I wanted to capture all natural organic colors
Yep.
so that what looks like a black is actually like a really rich dark green color.
Actually, I can see it. It looks a little bit more green now in this photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Um,
beautiful. It is. It's got a lot of depth to it.
it's one of my favorites. Lots of natural fibers. So the window treatments are all like a seagrass, lots of real walnut wood furniture. Of course, we love good quality leather and the textiles in the bed. That bed frame is another great company that has a amazing green story with
Okay.
upholstery. Cisco.
Yes,
So
yes.
they're another one of my absolute favorite go-tos when a client is really wants something that's good for the environment and is
Okay.
absolutely beautifully crafted. So
Great. And
that
we're gonna link to your shop in the show notes page and also some of these other companies. Just so you know, everyone, you can find it. Go ahead.
and then, the textiles, like that big pillow in the front of the bed, that's a Moroccan silk pillow.
Hmm.
So finding like Moroccan silk, African mudcloth from India, they do the most amazing block prints.
Yeah.
Everywhere around the world has like a specialty, and it's fun to find those because they
Hmm.
are beautiful when you see them
Yeah.
in person.
Yeah.
So,
And they bring this sense of place and history and culture into a room. It gives it life that otherwise would be kind of soulless. And I have to say that you can get knockoffs of these things
yeah,
at the big box stores, and there's just they don't have that imprint of the human hand in them.
the ones at our shop come with a tag of the story of who made it.
I love that. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you're getting it right from the source.
yeah, absolutely. And then the bathroom. Talk to us a little bit about that.
So the bathroom, they're a fun couple. We did a beautiful wallpaper. All of the art in here is a local oil painter, Jackie Price. We sell
Nice.
all of her originals in our shop. All the towels are from my favorite French linen company that we sell through here. We had a local craftsman cabinet maker build the beautiful
Um,
walnut vanity.
Speaking of art, so you have art in all of your projects above this really sculptural dresser that I really like.
Yeah.
You've got this little composition of art going on that's really lovely. And I also just want to note to people, do you see how she's mixing wood tones? I mean, the dresser, what did you say it was walnut?
Uh-huh.
And then you've got the legs on the sofa are much lighter. The doors are a different kind of wood, same with the mantle, and it all works really beautifully together.
Thank you. I think a room should be layered. I'm not a fan of having every metal finish match, every
Mm,
wood finish match. It
hmm.
doesn't feel curated. That makes it look like you just went to one store and bought a suite of furniture.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's look at the next project. This one I want to talk about color and materials. So what I loved about this was, yeah, and you hear this a lot, like, oh, repeat pops of the same color family around a home, and sometimes that can feel too formulaic. But in this home, it feels like you're doing it in a much more organic way. So I'm going to guess this is the front entrance.
Yep, this is the entryway.
Okay, and what we're looking at here, the ceiling is beautifully done in natural wood. The flooring is these big tiles, and then you've continued a lot of natural wood and this really beautiful green color family. So
Mhm.
we start here with this wonderful built-in wooden storage, and then you see the dining room to your right. The dining room wall has this beautiful shade of green on it, and then from there you can see the kitchen, and then you start to see a little bit of green in the tile that's in the kitchen, and you pick it up as you move through, and then it kind of opens up. Now you've got wood cladding on the island area and all of the lower cabinets and a couple of the upper cabinets, but this green tile. And then finally, another photo where that
chair is it's not the same green, but it works so beautifully. And also
Yeah.
the rug, it looks like an antique rug, and it's
Yep.
got these orange earthy tones that you saw when you first came in as well. So anyway, that's my little review of the space. What do you want to tell us about it?
This was a special home. This is right in downtown Placerville, and it's the architecture shined. This is a
Mm,
true mid-century home that
yeah,
has been well kept over time. When these clients bought it, yes, it was dated, but the ceilings are original. The whole paneled wall that you see in the dining room down the hallway, that's all original. All of the trim around the windows and doors were original. So it was a start of just a fantastic inspiration of keeping a true mid-century modern home.
yeah,
And we just layered in colors that work really well. These all of these greenish, bluish hues are different paint colors,
yeah.
but just a tiny bit different. And they do balance really well. We used a lot of the same blue, green, and oranges throughout, mixed with all
Mhm,
the walnut wood, and it worked
mhm.
really
I have
well.
to say about that orange color, the green orange combination is so beautiful. Orange is really tricky for a lot of people. And I get a lot of questions about people who they don't like that orange colored wood. And so now you've got a lot of wood and you chose to use orange as one of your colors. And it does work beautifully together. Actually, let me go back to this photo. So this is the front entrance, and you've got these built-in wooden bench and storage. You've
Yep.
got the green wall, and then you've got this antique rug that's got some orange in it, and then far ahead you can see the orange from the painting of the bird. How did you make that work what do you tell people when they're concerned about mixing woods or the undertones?
Yeah, we get that a lot. You immediately think of like those outdated oak cabinets from the
Exactly.
80s
Yep.
where it was all about like the clear coat that they put on them that just turned yellow over time.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Paint and finishes have gotten so much better since then, and so you
Yep.
can get away from that. But I just tell people, find a natural wood that speaks to you and that you love. I'm not really for staining a wood
Mm.
a color that isn't true to the wood species itself. If you love walnut, if
Yeah.
you're looking for, white oak, you love that color range. If you love movement, you might love hickory. It has a lot of contrast. Like,
Mm.
but wood itself is so beautiful. That's why I absolutely hate that trend where everyone was buying like a gray stained floor. Like
Yeah,
every
yeah.
I'm like, "Why? That's not natural." Like, stick to the beauty of natural
Yeah.
elements, like,
Right.
they shine,
Right.
right?
So if somebody has a lot of that orangey kind of wood stain going on, I often say, well, let's paint it. I mean, it's already not a color that you like, and it's
Yeah,
not necessarily natural. So a lot of people have trouble with painting wood. They feel like, oh, we're not allowed to do that. We're not supposed to do that. But, why live with
yeah.
something that you don't love? Or is this something that people could, and I know there's a lot of work, but strip it? Is that, I mean, how is that in terms of the environmental issue with, should we
Yeah.
strip it? Should we rip it out and throw it away? Should we paint it? Like what would the best choice be?
I think it really depends on, like, what type of cabinets, like, do they have the doors have a lot of intricate detail that would just be, like, so much work to get in
Yeah,
there and sand, and then you're using all this toxic stripping
I
stuff, but yet
know.
you're repurposing something that's
Right.
there, so there's a trade-off. But I would first just start by looking at paint colors that you can put next to it that tone down those orange hues. You just pop out that paint deck and hold up colors. You'll flip through and you should be able to see with your eye what accentuates the color versus
Yeah,
what makes it look more dingy and gross.
right.
You just want to make whatever you're putting on top of it to make that floor shine. Like
Yeah.
everything that you layer should make what's next to it look even better.
I want to wrap up with a deceptively simple question. What do you wish people would know or understand as they're trying to create their beautiful, meaningful home?
I think just slow down. Like when you are going to design a place, you don't need to run to Home Goods and buy a filler piece of art to just fill a space. Plan that you want a piece of art above a console table in your entry, say. Plan the size that would fit appropriately and keep that note in your phone and spend the time to go around and find something of quality, something maybe local that speaks to you that you're going to want to look at for a long time.
I love that. Molly, this has been really fun. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
And
you for
it's
having
been a
me.
real
Yeah.
pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you.